Some may say the music industry is broken, or some things need to change, and things have changed over the last 30 years within the music industry. Some for the better, some for the worse. I'm joined here by Harley Rogers. Would you like to introduce yourself?
So I'm Harley Rogers. I'm a musician from Derby. I'm in a band called Violet Roach, but I also have a solo project that's out. I've been on Musikbox for a little while now, and I've definitely noticed a change in the way that things are done nowadays. It's definitely impacting me.
Yeah. So Harley's here to tell us about what's happened to the music industry and what might need to change.
Yeah.
So, where should we start?
Well, let's start with social media. So social media infuriates me beyond belief, because with social media, every human being in the world with a phone, which is most people nowadays, has the ability to share their thoughts and views with the rest of the world unchallenged. That's not a good thing. There are just some people in the world who shouldn't have that ability, you know? It used to be that you get in a band, you go and do some pub gigs, you know, and there'd be a record label in the room, and they kind of monitor you and judge your talent and decide whether or not you should be allowed to release music, and they'll go, oh no, you're really good, we'll sign you on. Whereas now, anyone can release their music pretty much for free on a lot of places like SoundCloud and stuff like that, and you can just release it unchecked it can be absolute rubbish. And there are some really good artists out there, like the people on Musikbox, that are really trying to do things the old way and really trying to just make a living out of a passion. And it's really hard to find these really talented acts because there's so many others that are so untalented. You can't get through it all. So it's ruining the music industry, is social media, because it's too accessible.
Okay.
That's my view.
Yeah. Now, some people might think, it's a good thing that it's accessible. So if you're trying to learn to make music, you can post your music on there and get your name out there. What do you think to that? Obviously, sometimes people might say social media is good because it allows people to start somewhere and allows people to express their feelings on music really easily.
It does. It does allow you to get out there, but not to the right crowd. Let's take... so say you want to start writing music and you start to release it on SoundCloud or something, or you can put it up on YouTube for free, put your songs out there. You're not getting an audience from that. While YouTube will catalogue your views, and if you get enough of them, you'll get paid and stuff, it's kind of like your music's out there, but it's not on the right platforms. As a kid, I always kind of dreamt of scrolling through my Spotify playlist through Metallica and Alice in Chains and coming past one of my songs, because it's in that lot with the big guys. And we've now got websites like SoundCloud and stuff where people can just release whatever they want. And it's bypassing the filter of good talent now. So as good as it is for people to get out there, it's encouraging a lack of actual talent, and it's making it less effort. People will put less effort in now to release their music, and they're not bettering themselves because they don't have to. Back in the day, you'd write a song and it's a rubbish song, so you play it at pub gigs, no one likes it, and you're not going to play that song for other people. Nowadays, you can play a song, write a song, record it, it can be absolute rubbish, and you can still release it to the world. That's not a good thing. You need time to work on yourself, whereas now, you can write something in a day and release it without thinking about it, and there you go, you're a published artist,
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing.
If I wanted to put music out into the world right now, I can, right? So no matter my skill set, if I wanted to put music onto SoundCloud right now, I can, right?
You could just record yourself burping into a microphone and upload it to SoundCloud, and it'd go, yeah, cool, all right, mate. No, it could be anything. So with my setup, I have a home studio, and I have a subscription service to a distribution platform. So I can wake up in the morning, write a song, record it at home, set it to release the next day. There'll be a slight charge, but it'll set it to release the next day. I can mix and master it myself, and within 24 hours, I can write and release a song. Now, of course, some of those are going to be good, but some of them are going to be awful, But there shouldn't be... There should always be a filter for talent, I feel like. There should always be someone that's kind of standing in the way because it helps people better themselves. You only learn through mistakes.
Okay, so for those that are just trying to make music now, they're really new to the music industry and the music scene.
Yeah.
What would you say to them to start? How would they start if they can't upload their music onto a platform, even if it's, maybe not the best?
It's all about who you know. It's about, finding a band from people from school or college or whatever. Like I'm in Violet Roach with Joy. She works with me. You meet people just throughout life. You want to get in a band with other people, make sure you enjoy the music, learn some covers, do some stuff together, make sure you're all compatible. Then you want to start writing, and then there's always going to be someone's dad knows someone who's a friend of a friend of a friend of someone who runs a pub and does, some kind of... There's always someone who wants an act. And you can put yourself out there and see what the crowd think. And that way you get a response. If you go and play a live gig with a band, you're going to see the audience's faces, you're going to know what they think to those songs. If you just put it out there, from home, you're not going to see that, which is the best part of music for me. I love looking out at the crowd's faces, but you don't get that when releasing it from home. There's no other benefit. Yeah,
that is very true, so maybe it's best to encourage people to start off in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
And build themselves up from there by knowing people. Obviously, if you're making music in your bedroom, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you start off in your bedroom, you're like, I want to make music, right? Let's just upload it, boom. If you're in front of a crowd of people, I guess you kind of have to be of some sort of skill set.
Yeah, I think another problem I can see arising is with all people who are releasing music now from home, if they're getting anything, like if they're getting really big from it, which is obviously great if you're releasing it, if they get really big and someone says, do this show for loads of people because loads of people like you, we'll put you in a stadium because you're this good, and you put someone in front of a stadium and they'll just get stage fright and they won't know how to deal with it because they may not have ever sung or played their instrument in front of anyone before, and that's an issue. You should learn to do that. You should become confident with that early on so that you've got the confidence to push through. And I think that's going to be a serious issue is when we start getting really big artists that have never performed before and they get asked to do something really cool and they're physically unable to do it because they've missed that step. They don't know how.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think is the main factor that's caused these problems that we've talked about?
So I think technology is a lot to blame. I work in IT, so I shouldn't be allowed to say this. But technology and social media, I think things are too accessible, and I think that the old way was the best because there was a way up. Do you know what I mean? And the way up eventually led to, if you made it that far, to getting a record deal. And then you get paid off the back of that, and that would allow you to make a living as a musician, and you can continue to do what you love. Nowadays, I've got a lot of streams on my first album, and about 75,000 at the minute, I think. I've made very little off that, like very, very little. So it's impossible to make a living just from releasing stuff now. You have to go out and play live. That's where it is.
Yeah, I think a problem I can see. I think a lot of other artists can also see is obviously everything's now online, so people aren't buying records, right?
No, they're not. No, they're all streaming it for free, which is great. I love Spotify. I use it myself. I love that I can think of any song or hear a song on the radio, put it in my phone, and I can play it later in the day. I love having that freedom as a consumer, but as an artist, that is really killing the industry because it's stopping the consumer from wanting to actually listen to the record. I know a lot of people and a lot of songs that you'll see one song blow up from a whole album that was released. No one knows the rest of the album. Back in the day, you'd buy the CD and you'd listen to it because you just paid for it, so you're going to listen to the whole album, not just hear one song on the radio and go, oh, that's good, I like that, and just move on. People aren't getting enough music in them now. I think that's another problem it's causing.
That's true, yeah. So is there a solution for this at all?
Burn Instagram. I honestly don't know. It's definitely a case. I mean, I'd say in some cases Musikbox is really helping us out because Musikbox is now linking up bands and musicians to the people who need the talent. Just linking us up to pubs and places that want gigs and festivals and stuff. And that's great. That was the missing link. That was what the record company used to do, but they're now pointless because we don't need those to release anymore. We can do it ourselves. So it's only finding the live gigs that we can now no longer do, and places like companies like Musikbox are stepping in there and are helping connect musicians with the right people to grow their career.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah, so it's almost like connecting these musicians, and because Musikbox is used a lot online, right?
Yeah.
So there's a website, and it's online quite a lot. But there is a lot of social aspect in that.
Yeah.
By using technology, it brings people together.
It does,
And
yeah.
from that, we're finding gigs for people, doing interviews.
Finding gigs, musicians are making friends as well. I've met a few people through Musikbox that I didn't know before that I'm now pretty close friends with, just because we share the same passion. It's a great thing.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about promotion and management?
It's definitely a good thing. Again, social media is a good thing on that perspective. Because it does allow you to show your music to the world. It's a lot easier to do that now. You don't have to pay for like billboards and stuff and ads and whatnot. It's all doable yourself, but it is a very important part of releasing music. It's all right, just saying, in 30 days an album's coming out and messaging all your WhatsApp contacts, but you need a way to push that, But yeah, again, stuff like Musikbox is helping with that, I think. Helping us get out there, and you're kind of a single point of contact for the consumer, and kind of pushing them onto all these other artists, saying, listen to these guys, you're our promotion, and that's that's really good. It's stepping up the game.
Yeah. Do you think there's a trend in certain genres of music that is maybe diluting other genres?
So I've said this before, but the average music consumer nowadays is pretty stupid. Artists now, like pop artists, a few that I could name, people who are kind of big on the radio now, like the bigger radio stations, they have found a good formula for a song and they just keep repeating themselves. They're not pushing themselves as artists. I think there's a lot of issue with the consumer and the way that companies and records and actual music itself is managed. I think there's a big issue there. But that's causing an issue with the musicians themselves, It's, big musicians now aren't pushing themselves, You never hear a song and you think, oh wow, that's so different to his other stuff. He's really gone out of his comfort zone there. No, they're all the same. All of his songs are the same. There's so many artists that do this, and it's bad for the consumer because they just keep going, oh yeah, I love this song. Yeah, I know, you love the last one. It's the same thing. That's the issue there. But it's forcing the musicians not to push themselves and not to better themselves as people, which is what music is ultimately for. Yeah,
so maybe it's difficult. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with anything that you're saying on this. But for the artist that's making this music, right?
Yeah.
If they're making this music and it sounds similar to their other songs, and the consumers are happy, what is wrong with that if the consumer's happy and the person...
Well, they're stupid. The consumers are stupid. It's just purely that people don't see things from the artist's perspective anymore. Again, because people don't go to live shows, they don't buy the CDs, they don't read the inside covers, they don't care about the band themselves a lot of the time. They just hear the songs online. They'll hear it through TikTok and add it to a playlist and probably think, nothing of the name of the artist, not think to look them up. So people don't see it from the artist's perspective anymore. They're not saying, oh, that's rubbish, you're not trying. They just go, I like that song. They're not actually thinking about the process of the song. They're not tuning in and trying to put themselves in your shoes as people used to.
So maybe there needs to be more of a personal aspect.
Yes,
where
definitely.
People actually know who you are and your story and why you're making this music and what it means.
Yeah, if only there was a website that did such a thing.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
I'm starting to think this podcast is just bringing up Musikbox, isn't it? Here's all these problems we're solving. What do you think?
Yeah, well, just basically prompts all the viewers to check out the website.
It does. They should as well.
As an overview, what do you think needs to happen?
More live music. Back in the 70s or the 80s, if you wanted to see your favourite band, you couldn't just go on YouTube and go, so-and-so live 2009 and go and watch a show. You had to wait till they came close enough that you could go and see them. Live music is better for the consumer because they get to know the band, they get to see them, feel the music a lot more, they get introduced to some of the songs on the catalogue they may not have heard before. It's better for the artists because it's allowing them to grow as people, it's allowing them to fine-tune their songwriting abilities by testing their material out on live audiences. It's better for everyone to have live music, but with the free streaming of music nowadays, a lot of people don't see the benefit. So I think more live music, more gigs, more festivals. We just need a lot more channels of communication between artists and fans. I think that's all we need.
And there we have it. We'll leave it there. Let us know what you think about this nice discussion.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Harley, for joining
No problem,
me today.
mate. It's been a pleasure.
We'll see what people think.
Okay.